I'm not sure if I'm pointing in the right direction. Brady Bunch box-wise. But then we've got our newest team member here on Erie News Now Sunrise, Miss Brissa Bradfield, joining us this morning. Brissa, day one, 2 hours under your belt. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm not too tired yet. Caffeine's still working. I'm doing good.
Yes.
I still like you guys. No.
Well, you woke up. You got here on time, and that's the biggest challenge of this shift. So we appreciate that. So, but David, the day for Brissa's first day on the anchor desk on Erie News Now Sunrise, and we're talking about a big snowstorm kind of coming in two pieces, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
This is almost like the welcome to Erie. Welcome to Erie, you get snow, or welcome to a new shift. And
Chris has been here. She's been an Erie News Now team member for a while.
Yes, this is for the morning show. Yes. Whenever I first started here, my interview wasn't a big snowstorm. So that's just how it works here in Erie, PA. Anytime
it works in the morning show.
Anytime you start something new, you get the snow. And actually what I'm going to do here is, because I want to show you what's going on, I'm not going to just be a talking head here. I'll turn around my...
Did you just call us talking heads? Chris,
I don't know. Was that offensive?
No, I'm a talking head. I'm a talking head. All right, here we go. Whoop, make everyone dizzy.
Ooh.
All right, so here's a look outside right now. We are starting to see a little bit of snow. It's coming on down. It's not going to be overly heavy as we head on through today. 2 rounds of it, expecting some today, and then especially into tonight. The stuff we get today, we'll have a few pockets of moderate snow maybe later this morning. It won't accumulate much, but it's certainly going to cause those slick spots out there. And we'll have those winds that they will really start to pick up for tonight as the snow really picks up. And we're talking about accumulations on the order of 8 inches or more. 1 to 3 for today. We could be looking at 8 to 10. As we get into the night. And this isn't lake effect. The nice thing about forecasting this is that, hey, it's like Oprah giving everyone snow. So you get snow, you get snow. It's not just, it's not. Yes, I did. Yes. And
you get snow, you get snow.
And you get the same graphic again, apparently. So let me click along here.
When I hear, David, 8 to 10 inches of snow and winds, that makes me think about, really bad visibility potentially when the snow kicks in, and then, the drifting snow causing all sorts of road condition issues as well.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's always a bit of a problem. And today we're not going to have very strong winds, but as the system intensifies, you can see like Futurecast is just going straight blue here, which is indicating moderate to heavy snow. As the system gets closer, winds are going to increase. And so, we'll have low visibility. May try to mix in a little bit of sleet towards Warren and Kane. I'm not really buying into that too much, but there's still that potential. And if that would happen, that would limit totals towards the mountains a little bit more. But I'm expecting for the lakeshore for us to hold on to the snow into your Tuesday. Still, you can see it kind of streaking along the lakeshore there before things begin to settle on down. And we're not just watching one snow system. We've got another one coming up later on in the week. We've actually got another one coming up on Thursday. But
so it's 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, I thought it was just 2.
Yeah. It's been a sluggish winter, so why not just ramp it up as much as we possibly can? But you can see right now the snow is pretty widespread.
I remember you telling us back in January that there would be to pay for the relatively mild January we had, and I guess finally, David, I believe you.
Oh yes, Mother Nature is very vengeful sometimes.
It feels like
David, the first round's about to start here soon. What time about is the second one?
That one I'm expecting more so after like 6, 7 o'clock as we get into the evening hours, and it's going to be pretty persistent snow on the overnight. That's the reason why I'm expecting that to really accumulate. So what we get today won't be huge. So by the end of the day, I'm hoping I'm not hearing people say, wait a minute, I thought you were calling for a foot of snow. No, we still got that other half to come on in for tonight, and it'll still linger around for a Tuesday.
Okay. So Jerry seems to have it just about right. He's saying 6 p.m. tonight till Tuesday, 6 a.m. That sounds ballpark.
Yeah, if he was watching our show this morning, yep, that's what he heard.
All right. And I asked on, kind of if everybody was ready for more snow, because we've already seen plenty of it. And Lydia says she sure is ready for more snow. And good to hear that because, hey, we've got that snow globe race. We're trying to catch up to Worcester,
Yeah,
Mass.
who's in first place right now?
It's a Worcester, Massachusetts, which is it's probably like an hour and a half west of Boston. If you've ever been to Massachusetts,
How far ahead are they at this point anyway?
they're like 10 inches or so. We could easily catch them, but the
Hang
problem
on.
is like Buffalo's still ahead of us. Syracuse is on our tail,
And they're all kind of in the path of this.
yeah,
storm.
they're all going to get the snow too, and even like Massachusetts will see snow. I mean, this winter storm is insane. I've never seen winter storm warnings continuous from the Mexican-Texas border all the way to northern Maine. I
How
mean,
many miles was it? I know you did the math on the miles.
it was over 2,100 miles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Woo!
I mean,
Not
yeah.
only does he know weather.
I know if we're going to do something,
Competition.
gosh, you know, Texas even yesterday, the whole state was under a winter storm warning. I don't think that's ever happened before. Honestly, though, I would take this snow versus the cold that they're dealing with in the northern plains. I mean, they're dealing with wind chills that are minus 30 to minus 40.
But I saw some of the numbers you had on the 7-day forecast for later in the week. I saw at least one single digit day on there, right? Or
Yeah,
night,
yeah,
right?
temperatures haven't been coming down to extreme levels at night, which obviously is nice. But even later on tonight and especially tomorrow night, that's when I think we could really be dipping down there. Not in any like dangerous cold territory, but certainly something to note. But the nice thing about this stretch is that I think we have finally gotten used to the weather for a change. So you can keep your wardrobe consistent. You've got all the big coats and the big hats and the big whatever to keep you warm. And we're not really expected to move from this pattern until maybe later in the weekend, possibly 30.
I did see a 30. I also saw an above freezing temperature on your 7-day forecast, and that's something we haven't seen in about 2 weeks, maybe?
Wild.
Yeah, it's been a while. We've been in quite a stretch here. Yeah, on Thursday, we could just barely get above freezing. It depends on how the system comes on in, but it's still looking like it's going to be colder as compared to warmer.
So folks should really plan on getting up early all throughout the week.
Yes. We get up early all throughout the week, so I don't know if you have to quite get up at our time, but
No, please, no.
you certainly want to. Yeah,
You
leave
can
yourself
sleep in.
early.
Unless you want to come over and
6 a.m.
shovel my
everyone.
driveway tomorrow morning.
What's that? Oh yes. You'll definitely need to shovel the driveway, get the snowplow out. Again, the nice thing about forecasting this is that I can say, hey, everyone is going to get snow. Not like with lake effect where your neighbor could get, a foot and you 2 houses over could get, less than that. It's not gonna be like that. This is gonna be a widespread snow.
And I know that, we all love to get a day off of work, and there's only so many things in life that we can control. But I think if we could control when President's Day falls, a lot of people would want to probably push it to tomorrow morning so they wouldn't have to
A
get
lot
up
of
and
teachers,
deal with all this.
a
And
lot
I think
of kids.
Sammy Stone is among that group because she's jumping on this morning. Sammy, of course, our radio partners down at Happy 927 says, can we all just take a snow day tomorrow?
I'm in.
I'm always in for snow days. Whenever I was a kid, I would wake up early in the morning and I would turn on the news and I would just have my eye on that lower third, that crawl at the bottom, as all the schools went by. And then once your school came up, I mean, you felt like you were just inducted into the Hall of Fame. I mean, It was that kind of feeling.
It woke you up, you didn't even want to go back to bed to get the extra sleep because you're like, I'm gonna go sleep.
Right, I know you're awake, and as a kid, even as an adult, I still love snow. So
that pretty much at that point you knew you were either going to be a meteorologist or a high school dropout, probably one of those two.
Yeah, I mean, it's been since 10. I think since I was 10 years old. That's how long I've had this dream. So been very, very lucky.
Well, I have to say that we're a little split on, if we're ready for the snow. Justin says he is definitely ready. Oops, I messed that one up. And I don't know who that. Merjam. No. And let's see. Also, it doesn't want any snow anymore. Add a couple E's. It will not impact the snow's arrival. But it's coming, David, later on this afternoon, whether we want to see it or not. And I know you're going to be here.
It's coming.
Yeah, it's one of those weird events where if you have relatives who live in like Oklahoma or even like Arkansas, Mississippi, where they never get snow, we're all on the same playing field right now. We're all dealing with this winter mess. I mean, it's just it's a system like I haven't seen a system like this in a long time.
Well, I know you can count on, as David mentioned, probably fairly even snow coming across the area tomorrow morning, but you can also count on Erie News Now Sunrise with our newest team member, Brissa Bradfield. Of course, David, the first warning weather team, will have our Molly Samora and Elena Jonathan out there on the roads, getting you ready to take on this snowstorm. Our mobile storm tracker will be out there starting bright and early at 5 a.m. We'll have it going as well during our evening newscast tonight. So when the storms hit like this one, there's really only one place to tune to get the most complete coverage, and that is Erie News Now. As we toot our own horn here on Facebook Live, we're looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow morning for Erie News Now Sunrise.
And I promise I will not create any storms on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, David, you got some serious play over the weekend back on Friday with your little Twitter roast fest battle with the folks at Wendy's. Talk a little bit about that. They kind of, when they talked about it on the Today Show and pulled up your tweet and got a reaction.
Yeah, I didn't think that was going to happen. But the thing is, Wendy's Twitter page is just hilarious. Like, they'll poke shots at everybody. And so I saw one of my buddies. Who's a meteorologist. He asked them to roast him, and he's a meteorologist, but they didn't say anything about him being a meteorologist. But they took my response, and all of a sudden the whole meteorological community came out, and it was like it was a giant war. I felt like a Twitter war on Friday, and I'm like, what have I done?
Just a simple little joke there, a little roasting action. Yeah.
I know,
the only person you didn't hear from in the mix was Arby's.
Yeah,
no
Where are you? And no coupon from Wendy's either. Come on, guys.
Not even like a free Frosty.
Like, Kara got to be up on the McDonald's sign. Can I at least?
That was just about it. Can you believe that was a year ago when the Shamrock Shake thing was going on? And that seems like forever ago. And Mary did ask what happened to Kara. Kara has gone back to basically taking care of her kids in the morning, and she is changing to a different shift. So unfortunately, the kids versus the battle of getting up and coming into work at 3 a.m. Yeah, her little one's one out there. So she's changing to a different shift a little bit later in the day that's a little more family friendly for her. And as a result, we've got the lovely Miss Brissa Bradfield taking over the co-anchor chair on Erie News Now Sunrise.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she's still stationed. She didn't leave. She's still
part of the Erie News Now family, yes. and we'll be having lots of reports from Kara as we move forward here. Once she kind of settles into that new role, we'll be seeing lots of Kara's face and hearing her voice on the morning shows on Erie News Now Sunrise.
It's not gone.
Yeah, not at all. So again, storm preps, we are working on it all day long, all morning long tomorrow. The place to tune, Erie News Now Sunrise, starting at 5 a.m., guys. We'll see you then.